In this video, we are going to go over all of the police reports that have come out in the Mica Miller case. Now, the first video I am going to share was from 3 days ago, where a news station obtained police reports from March. The two videos after that are going to be all of the new reports that just came out yesterday. Now, they're all about different things, so I wanted to include them all in this one video. Alright guys, so we have some updates in the Mica Miller case. This just came out this morning. ABC 15 requested police reports from the Horry County Police Department. They got 2 reports from March. According to these documents, Mica reported to police that a razor blade was placed in her tire at the Spring-Made Pier. She claimed this was the second time a razor had deflated her tire within that week. The report said that as Mica was leaving the pier, she heard a pop and noticed metal protruding from her tire. Responding officer said the metal was a tire deflation device that could be bought online. Mica believed a suspect whose name is redacted in the report may have placed or had this item placed on the tire. The report stated that Miller noticed strange activity and believed people were following or watching her. Mica told police that the unidentified suspect had a history of similar actions against her, according to the report. Police stated that the evidence was not sufficient enough to prove that the suspect placed the razor device under her tire. Now, that same morning, another officer responded to the East Coast Honda dealership. This officer spoke with Mica, who advised that after another officer helped change her tire, she went to the gas station and then straight to the Honda dealership to get her tire fixed. Mica said that while at that gas station, the suspect in the incident pulled up next to her pump trying to talk to her. She told him to go away and that she did not want to talk, per the report. She pulled out her phone to record. The suspect reportedly sped off. Miller then left the gas station to go back to East Coast Honda, where the suspect also showed up, according to the police report. While this officer was standing with Mica, someone called her with a no caller ID, which ended up being the suspect. The officer noted in the report, the suspect was advised that the victim did not want any further contact, and if he proceeds, then warrants may be written up. The suspect acknowledged the advisory by police. The victim told the officer she was afraid for her life. She also said that she blocked the suspect's number and would still get calls and texts from him on other numbers. After the officer left, Mica contacted him to say the mechanics found a tracking device on her vehicle. About an hour later, Mica also notified the officer that she was at the magistrate's office to get a restraining order. The officer requested to meet her to get the GPS device, to which Miller agreed. While out front of the magistrate's office with Miller, the officer saw a white Honda Accord slowly drive by, and Miller said it was the suspect in her car driving by. The vehicle then sped up and drove away. We have some new police reports in the Mica Miller case. On April 30th, J.P. Miller tried to go inside Mica's apartment and take some of her belongings. These notes say, stated that his wife passed away and he's trying to get the belongings out of the apartment, but the leasing manager will not let him in due to her not liking him. Wants an officer to stand by while he gets some belongings out of the apartment. It says right here, in-depth warning for blank for entire apartment complex. I'm not sure what that means. Mail moved along with no issues, and RO provided staff with the event number. Then we have a report from April 15th. Mica had another tracking device on her vehicle. States she located a heavy-duty tracker on her vehicle, wants to turn over as evidence. Believes her husband placed on her car. Notified by officer that because the two are married and she has ownership of the vehicle, this is considered a civil issue. Tracker was reportedly found on the black and color Honda Civic. This is not the first time that she has found a tracker on her vehicle. Officer advised that the tracker is her property since the two are still legally married. Tracker remained with her. This is part 2 of the new police reports that have surfaced in the Mica Miller case. So this is a report that was received in March of 2024. We know that Mica had posted several videos on Facebook about what she was going through. So JP reported to police that he was being harassed on social media by his ex-wife and her family. So the police officer went and reviewed Mica's Facebook account. Because there are no names mentioned, there's no intent of harassment. He also was not able to provide provide text messages or proof of this and was advised to block any further social media from his wife. He then tried to say that this is defamation and he's worried about his reputation, but because Mica never named names, there was no evidence of that in this claim today. Then we have a report from February where she reported that JP stole her car. So she says that she has been separated from her husband since January 2023. She stated she was involuntarily hospitalized on 2/8/2024 and left her vehicle in the Walmart parking lot. When she was discharged from the hospital staff informed her that her husband picked up her purse and car keys while she was hospitalized. She then stated that she was released from the hospital on 2/10/2024, and when she returned to the Walmart parking lot, she discovered her vehicle was gone. She believed that her husband fraudulently initiated her involuntary hospitalization and stole her car while she was in the hospital. She stated she has known her husband since she was 10 years old and that he groomed her while she worked for him at Solid Rock Church until they were married 6 years ago. I contacted the husband, who stated that he and his wife were not legally separated and that she suffers from mental health disorders. He stated that she experiences episodes on an annual basis. She becomes reckless, starts spending large amounts of money, and stops taking her medication. He stated that he was in possession of her vehicle and to prevent his wife from selling it during an episode. He pointed out the fact that the vehicle was marital property and that he was unwilling to give it back for a month, which he stated was usually the time frame of these reckless episodes. Due to both parties stating they were legally married, I made the determination that the Honda Accord was considered marital property, therefore I could not establish a criminal offense. There's also a report from March that said a church employee was reporting an employee stealing from the business, which is currently being investigated. Now, they redacted some information here, but it says, was on scene and spoke with the church employee. Informed me the church wanted police to be aware an ex-employee, redacted, closed one of the bank accounts for a youth program that she was an executor for. Detective Sweeney is investigating this ongoing case and will be made aware. A report was received on the telephone regarding an alleged false pretense swindle that took place at Solid Rock Ministry. The complainant relates that one of the employees of the church was sent to collect donations for the church's 501c3 called Dare to Care mission. These funds were being collected specifically for a mission occurring in Kenya. The CP states that on 2/14/24, it was discovered that the employee had transferred donation funds from the church's Zelle and CashApp accounts to the employee's personal South State bank account. The employee also collected cash donations which were allegedly deposited directly into the employee's bank account. In total, CP reports $1,199 was deposited by the employee into her personal bank account. An investigation will follow. As of right now, that's all the information that has been released about the police reports. Like I said, there is a ton of information out there just in regards to this entire situation. And I'm also going to upload the video going over the affidavits that were released where Mica's family is trying to gain control of her estate.